This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 594 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for January 16th, 2024. Welcome, one and all, to the latest edition of the highly anticipated, brain-boggling game that tests your wits about the one place we all always rather be at. Welcome to the 2024 edition of the Big Fat Universal Quiz of the Year! It's your boy Josh Ayala, and you can call me Bacon for short, and I'll be your host and quiz master for the show with the help of my co-host keeping score, Kelly.
Hey guys, happy to be here.
This time around, we have two teams going head-to-head, mano a mano, putting their pride on the line to see just which podcast crew paid attention to both the big and the little things that happened at Universal Orlando Resort in 2023. The game stays the same. We just brought more to play. So, without further ado, let's welcome our teams competing this year. Introducing first, our guest competitors. Their passion for our beloved parks is the heirloom they pass on from generation to generation. If blood is thicker than water, they say Universal is molasses, because for them, Universal truly is a family affair. Please help me welcome to the game, representing Team UFP, the Papa Bear, Brian.
Hello.
Mama Bear, Laura.
Hello.
The eldest kin, Tayan.
What's up?
And next of kin, Zine.
Hello. I'm ready to play.
Together, they are the Universal Family Podcast.
Hey, hello. It is so nice for you guys to invite us on this year.
It's a pleasure having you here. So for a quick little recap for those who may not know you guys, how long have you been doing the podcast for?
A little over a year and a half.
May 2022.
I think episode 82 comes out the last week it came out.
Yep.
So yeah, 82
awesome.
episodes in.
Oh, deep. That's getting there. You're almost at 100. It'll be real soon.
Yep.
When did you first start going to Universal?
Oh my God. My first trip was in 92 or 95. I can't remember.
In high school.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the kids have been going since
My
they
first
were...
trip was November 2007, just a few months after I was born.
Yeah, he was born in July, so he went in November. So he's been going since he was a few months old. And Tan's the same. They've been going since they were babies.
It's the birthright. So
Sure.
are we feeling confident about taking home the win?
A
Honestly,
little.
We
not
are
really.
feeling
A little,
No.
but not really.
No.
No. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you, family, and welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Now, introducing our home pod heroes, representing Team UUOP. They're the reason we're all listening today. It's the four unofficial horsemen of the Unipocalypse. Welcoming first to the game, the methodized madam of travel, Michelle.
Woohoo!
Coming up next is the liaison of liquids, Chris.
What's up?
As well as the broadcaster of birthdays, the rose in a thorn bush, Tracy.
Hello, everyone! Bring it!
And last but not least, the thorn to Tracy's rose, the grand editor-in-chief, the podfather himself. Give it up for Lee.
Hey, everyone!
Together, they are the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
Whoop, whoop!
So welcome, team. Welcome. It's so nice to see all these friendly faces. UUOP, are we? How's everyone feeling? Are we ready to work together instead of against one another for a change?
If I must.
I mean, it's not something we normally do on this show, is work together. I mean, usually too much giving the rest of them crap and vice versa. It's going to be an interesting experience.
We're ready.
I'm ready to lose
I'm
like the best
excited.
of them.
I studied.
I went back and listened to all of our episodes last year, so.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, right.
You don't have that many hours. I know that.
I did it all this morning.
So, for anyone playing along at home, pick your teammates, get plenty of paper and something to write with. Trust me, it's going to help in the long run. And don't forget to keep score. The way the game works is simple. We're starting January 2023 and work our way month by month through the year. So 2023 was quite a year for Universal. Some months have dozens of news items to cover. Some months have considerably less. So for those months, we're going to stretch your muscles in the brain and see how much of Universal history you know. Questions vary from single word answers to multiple phrases. Some questions, and by some I do mean most, will have bonus points available. So brace yourselves. This quiz is a lot like Otto's Pet Rock. Sounds simple enough, but it's got layers. Scoring. All possible answers will be worth 1 point apiece, including the answers that are, as the saying goes, good enough for Jazz, in the ballpark, take him home to mama. You will have 60 seconds to submit your answer to your scorekeeper. Some questions might require some additional time, and we'll cover that as we get there. But if you hear this sound, it is over. You've gone too far. Bring it on back. Now, before we do begin this game, all who are playing must take an oath because we play for bragging rights and for the fun of it. So no cheating. Please, everyone, take out your phones and open the Universal Orlando app. Place your right hand over the app and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear.
Where?
Oh, I do solemnly swear
To only use my knowledge and love and passion
To
only
only
use
knowledge
and
and
passion.
for Universal during this game.
For Universal.
during this game.
During
this
game. This game.
Now, with that said, may the more driven team reap the spoils of sweet victory. Now let's get it on.
Amen.
Starting at the very top, circa 2023, January. After 24 years of evolution and expansion, on January 16th, Universal Studios Orlando said farewell to a large portion of their once toddler-targeted area, often referred to simply as Kid Zone. With this closure, we said goodbye to 5 attractions/experiences. Name the attractions. For this one, you will be getting a little bit more time. And you know what? For a bonus point, what was the land's official final name before closure? Name the 5 attractions/experiences that went along with the closure, as well as what was Kid Zone's final official name.
The silence is deafening. By the way, it's Universal Studios Florida, not Orlando. It's my biggest bugbear.
The one with Harry Potter Land?
Yeah, that'll be the one.
You get no extra points for that, Lee.
I know, but it just annoys me, and I just want to make sure that our kudos as a Universal podcast goes down there, and we're not accepting people getting names wrong.
100%.
I've got 4. I can't think what a 5 is.
How strict are we being on the names?
Again, you can ballpark it. It'll be just
Okay.
fine. We are accepting. This version is
So I
accepting of anything that is relatively close. So, for example, if the question is, what did Hogsmeade replace in Islands of Adventure? The correct answer would be Merlinwood. But if you put Merlin's Village or Merlin's Town, you're pretty much going to get the still same part because you're in the same general facility.
I was supposed to send it to Callie, right?
Yeah, you did, right?
That's what I thought.
And that is time. Let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Is everybody ready?
Nope.
Yes.
Ready.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Alrighty then. January 27th through the 29th saw the return of the beloved blankety blank blank event for the 25th consecutive year at Universal Studios Florida. Name the event. For bonus points, there were 12 artists featured. Name as many of the artists as you can, worth 1 point apiece.
We have more time for this?
Yes, you are allotted a total of 90 seconds, and then I may run you on an extra maybe 15 on this one because this is one of the possible ones where you can get a lot more points as well.
Okay. Mnemonic device, come back to me.
This is not my area of expertise.
Not even close.
I've even interviewed an artist that's played at this event.
I can tell you right now, there's not a chance I'm coming up with an artist.
Yeah, I really don't. They hire some like underground artists.
Yeah, 2 years ago I got to interview someone who's a 5-time Grammy-nominated artist that played this event. You weren't there. It was me and somebody else.
The name?
Honestly, if you just kind of guess randomly if you know the event, it could work.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm
I
going to
think
try
that's
that.
the problem.
It could work. There's about 3 where if you just blindly shoot darts, you could hit something.
I would just like
Pretty
to say,
sure I'm not.
let's not offend any of our listeners right now, please.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, by like if you
I'm going to
generally
submit some
have
now.
heard ever, like it could, like you just might hit it.
I'm going to
I
submit
did
some now that
research on a couple of these.
should definitely not be read live.
And that is time.
I'm going to say that all the thoughts and answers submitted by anyone outside of the UUOP are of their own thoughts and have nothing and do not reflect on the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast and its hosts.
Mando.
Moving on to February. Beginning February 4th and running through April 14th, Universal Studios Orlando began their seasonal events with the return of Blankety Blank. Name the event, and for a bonus point, name this year's theme.
When you say theme, are you talking about the theme of the parade or like the parentheses that came after
here.
the event?
Every year, that event has a subtitle.
Okay.
That subtitle usually does correlate with said thing,
Okay.
but I've learned not
I'm
always.
so lost.
Because there is another theme that has kind of done its own thing. And that's why I phrased it that way. So there's a title for this event, and then there's a subtitle. What was this year's subtitle, which would be this year's theme?
That is not what I was submitting.
And 2, 1. That is time. Beautiful. So this event, also popularly known for its eclectic food options, saw the expansion of its flavors of Carnival all throughout the Orlando resort this past year, allowing guests to be able to partake in the experience no matter where in the resort you were. Between studios, islands, and City Walk, there were a whopping 21 event-specific food booths open. Name 5 of the country's cities or regions represented at these food booths. You have 90 seconds. Go.
What's a country?
Did you say
I started
4 or
touching
5?
5.
5.
5.
Okay, I said.
All you got to
4.
do is name 5 of the 21.
I had a horrible feeling you were going to ask how many booths there were, and I'm like, there's not a hope in hell.
We're just naming countries.
You're naming countries of booths, not just countries.
I'm just naming countries at this point.
Wait, we're not just naming countries?
You're naming countries that had a booth represented at Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Spoilers! There's the
I thought
answer.
they had like a subtitle.
Are we getting a score update after this question?
No. You won't get one till
Okay.
the end of March.
Almost.
Oh, we're still in March. Sorry.
Patience.
No, this is February.
Patience,
isn't it?
grasshopper.
I don't even know.
We're in
Oh,
January.
we're still in February?
I've actually forgotten the countries of the world.
And that is time.
It's going well.
Continuing in February. February 7th was a day of rejoicing as Universal did something no one would be opposed to. They lowered prices. Specifically, at one of their newest attractions that they had only officially opened roughly 2 months prior. Found in the heart of City Walk, where you can experience 2 fan favorite franchises in a new way never seen before at Universal. For 1 point, give me the full name of that attraction. And for 2 bonus points, give me the full title for each individual experience.
The full title?
Yep, because each one is a franchise and then it has a cute little name attached to it.
Oh, good God.
We had one of these last year in the quiz. You should be able to get that.
Isn't it just called?
Go ahead, say it.
No, I'm not going to say it. That's cheating.
All I know is the franchises, and I typed them in, but then I stopped because I don't want to confuse Kelly trying to figure out if anything's right when I know I didn't get the bonuses.
I want to win, Chris.
I don't know the cute little names.
Yeah, I want to win.
I don't either.
But I don't want to cheat.
No cheating.
Does I don't want to cheat mean you're tempted to, Lee?
Always.
I can only think of one of these. I'm going to send...
Oh, I'm so annoyed at myself right now.
And
Me too.
That is time. All right, so moving on, let's get into March. On March 8th, 2023, CEO Mark Woodbury announced that they would be rebranding the Universal Parks and Resorts division to what new title?
I even looked this up because I knew it would be a question, and I can't remember.
Oh, man.
Michelle, you should bloody know. I think that's
Her
it.
internet's gone.
Done.
I have no idea.
Note it.
So I'm sending
Note
that.
it.
I think I know it. And you start second
Can I get
guessing
a half
yourself.
point for like
don't
their
you?
old brand name?
No.
Universal Escape gives you no points.
Damn it.
There are no sympathy points, Chris.
Someone having a wee?
Me.
I just heard someone having a wee.
Very short one.
It was
That was my cocktail.
Pardon?
What happened?
Hey, man, we have to
I
tell us what
realized-
you're doing the wee with, all right?
Sorry.
Oh, he's actually choking.
And that is time. Alrighty then, continuing on. On March 9th, 2023, Universal Studios announced the closure of what attraction that awed audiences nightly from the heart of the park, the Center Lagoon, that began back in July of 2018.
Silence is golden, golden. I've never heard any of these podcasts as quiet as they are right now. It's hilarious.
Out on the line here.
There's nothing on the
$1,000
line here, to
man.
be fair.
$1,000 in bragging rights.
Actually, the truth is, the future of UUOP rests on this game show. So we might not be recording on Monday night, depending on how this goes.
Hey, I'm going to start throwing all the answers then.
All right, and that is time.
Tracy.
All right, so next up. Surprisingly, Universal has only updated its main Lagoon show only 4 times prior, with this future upcoming installment being their 5th. Can you recall any of the other 3 previous Lagoon shows for a bonus point each? I'll give you a hint. One was explosive. The other was well-rounded. While the last was centennial, or centenary as some say.
See, I'm going to give the same answer I did in the last one because I know I messed up.
Once again, one was explosive, the other well-rounded, while the last was about 100.
We're not
That's
in-
something so random, but
We're not including
feel like
special
it's-
event
I don't know.
titles, right?
No.
No special events.
Brian listed every country in the world.
Just quickly typing anything I can think of. Kelly, I had a weird autocorrect on that last one, but I think you probably know what it is.
Yes, I gotcha. Yep.
Kelly, mine might be embarrassing.
Kelly, I'm gonna.
I completely forgot about the first one,
That's one I can't remember the name of it.
but I was looking for something along the lines of the last two, and it's not. So that's yeah. I know what it is.
And yes, so there were there's the original one that started it, the one that came after that, and the one in between. And now we are going to take a quick little pause while we tally up some scores. But the answers I will go over now.
Do you want me to do this part, Josh, while you tally? I'm pretty up to date on my scores.
If you want to, yeah, that'd be very helpful.
All right. Okay, the 5 experiences or attractions that closed at Kid Zone were Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster, Fievel's Playland, DreamWorks Destination, Curious George Goes to Town, and Shrek and Donkey's Meet and Greet.
I was
Forgot that
going
moved
to
there.
say.
Forgot about that.
I literally forgot
Shrek and
about
Donkey.
Shrek and Donkey.
I was gonna say the Shrek meet and greet and the destination, the DreamWorks one. That sucks.
And then the name of the land on its final day of closure was Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone. All right, question 2. From January 27th to 29th, we saw the return of Rock the Universe. That is Universal's Christian Music Festival, and the artists featured this year were Skillet, Zach Williams, Torrin Wells, Matthew West, who you interviewed, Lee, Ren Collective, Ann Wilson, Bethel Music, Dante Bow, Evan Kraft, We Are Messengers, Katie Nicole, and Kane.
I was so close. So close.
I put Mardi Gras, so I just screwed up all the way.
Oh, Christopher.
Well, speaking of which, number 3, from February 4th to April 14th, Universal ran their Mardi Gras event. And for the bonus point, the name of this year's theme was the Mystical Realms of Mardi Gras.
I thought it was
Me too.
mythical.
What did you put?
mythical.
Mystical creatures.
Mythical creatures?
No, they didn't do mythical. It was mystical.
Mystical.
I just looked up the Mardi Gras thing, and it says the theme is Mythical Realms of Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I did too, Michelle.
That's on me.
I think we should all get the points for that. Then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
only the all
Mythical
that's
and
been
mythical
something,
are the same
Chris.
thing. That is not a big mess up at
Yeah.
all.
All right, number 4, the event known for its eclectic food options had 21 food booths open, and there were, oh my gosh, you could have put Belgium, Brazil, Canada, New Orleans, Colombia, Denmark, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, or Taste of the Mediterranean. Okay, number 5, February 7th was a day of rejoicing as Universal lowered the prices on its newest attraction in City Walk, Universal's Great Movie Escape.
Yes.
And the 2 individual experiences are Back to the Future, Out of Time,
Yes.
and Jurassic World Escape.
Yes.
Oh, I said.
I guessed
All
that
3
one.
of those you did need to be really, really close because we asked for the exact attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did not do that part.
I only had one of
The-
those.
Yes.
I got
Back
all
to
of
the
them.
Future in Jurassic Park.
On March 8th, this is question 6, CEO Mark Woodbury announced that they would be rebranding the Universal Parks and Resorts division to Universal Destinations and Experiences. And Coopers, that must have been on your study sheet because all 4 of you submitted that immediately.
We knew it so hard.
I kind of wish Tracy's would have been right. It's Universal's Wiener Wiggling Department.
Brilliant.
It's not at all. Isn't corporate.
Yeah.
Question 7. On March 9th, 2023, the Lagoon show titled Universal Cinematic Celebration closed. Question 8. The previous 3 Lagoon shows were Dynamite Nights Stunt Spectacular, and then Universal 360, a Cinesphere Spectacular,
Oh,
That's the globe one.
and Universal Cinematic Spectacular 100 Years of Movie Memories.
So moving on, we have one question for April, as it was a very exciting month for Universal. On April 21st, 22nd, and the 28th, Universal Orlando Parks would close early for standard guests, only to stay open later for a private event that celebrates the seniority of those in the American education system. Name that event. And for a bonus point, name the sister event that celebrates the commencement from the second tier to the third tier in the American education system.
I went through the UK education system. It's completely different.
I just remembered what it is.
But once again, it's a private event that goes on in the evening that celebrates the seniority of those who go to school.
Your wordplay is
Wink,
really
wink.
good, Josh.
No problem. Trying to help.
As well as your emphasis.
Man, I don't know.
I have no idea. I know what the first one is. I have no idea what the second one is.
I've guessed at the second one.
Me either.
Actually, I've guessed at the first one as well, because you give me dates and I go, I don't know.
Yeah, Tracy and I are at a disadvantage. We've never been through the American education system, so it doesn't really...
That's why we can do math.
I don't think it would help you, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do actually with knowing anything.
No.
Anything. Chris, you're all right then?
I was trying to finish that sentence.
That's my
in
kind of
head and it
quiz.
didn't come out.
Just
Yeah.
like the American
I
education
gotta show
system.
up every day.
There
That's
you go.
How it works.
Sorry, Chris. Love you, buddy.
And that is time. So, moving on to May. On May 6th, Universal opened a new tribute store honoring what beloved franchise celebrating its 30th anniversary? And bonus question, tell me the land where this store was located. And bonus question, name any or maybe all three, if you know them, of the species inside that had photo ops in the tribute store. Once again, what was the beloved franchise celebrating its 30th anniversary? Where could that tribute store be located at? And name any or all of the little buddies you'd see at the photo ops.
We only went
What
through
is
it
the
once,
name of
didn't
Yes,
that
we?
because you ran me through it in 5
I know, I feel
seconds.
the same way, Michelle.
And for clarification, it's the 3 inside. There was one outside as well, but that's not.
Oh, yes. Sorry. It's
Okay.
the three inside.
3 inside.
That's
So,
three inside.
You get a second chance if that's what one of
The
the
name of that thing, dinosaur.
I'm taking a stab in the dark with the last one. I'm not quite sure I've spelt it right either.
I'll take it. I don't care.
Yes.
I suck at spelling too. I'll take it.
That's as good as it'll get.
Chris can't remember his own name, let alone a dinosaur.
I can't remember what day it is.
Sorry, Chris.
I just resisted the urge
Who
to name
are
my
you
favourite
guys?
dinosaur.
You were 20
Brian,
minutes
you're
late.
right.
Chris.
creativity there.
Thank you. That was all for you, Kelly.
Thank you. That gave me a chuckle.
I'm mad about this one because I flipping love dinosaurs.
I know you do.
Yeah, and you ran me through that in 5 seconds.
You don't have to follow me.
Whoa, that's what she said.
That was such a good
And
tribute.
That is time.
It was all right.
I would say arguably it might be the best tribute store.
So moving on. On May 9th, 2023, just 20 days short of its 24th birthday, Islands of Adventure sealed the chamber doors on one of its original concept attractions, one of the last ones in the park to be team member driven with a live actor. Name this iconic attraction. And for a bonus point, name the lead character played by team members that guided you through the attraction before its closing.
Are you wanting full title of the
Boom, I'm
attraction?
the fastest.
Yeah, no,
I did it
Mom, I
before
did
he
it.
finished the question.
I did it way before he finished.
Kelly,
the question.
confirm.
All 4 of you sent it at exactly the same time.
We all said it at the same time. I said it
Same
before you
exact
got
time.
As soon as he said the date, I sent mine.
Yep.
Now the question is, have
Brian,
you sent
you
the
can't
full,
do any more podcasts if you didn't get it right.
the full title or just the little bit at the front? Because I put the full title in.
I
Ooh,
mean,
braggy
it doesn't
braggy.
matter.
Pat on the back if you put the full title, but again, given circumstances, we are accepting leeway answers.
Just
Or as
leave.
I like to
What,
say,
so
just
my
go for
way-
jazz.
so
Are you
basically,
doing Tracy way
no, what
answers?
you're just saying is all the answers are my way answers. So if I don't say it's right, then it's not right. So all the UFP answers are all wrong. And UUOP win, yay!
And the rest of the UUOP ones are wrong. If we...
Yay! I might as well just stop now. We've won.
And that is time. This attraction also had my personal favorite facade they've created yet. They made modern day crafting materials that towered over guests look older than time ever could. What was the item being held in the facade?
I wondered where that question was going there.
I was waiting for it.
He's just pointing at me. Wait, just listen for Josh's response. Just wait.
You are correct.
Bonus
in
point.
both.
Penis is not the correct answer.
Well,
It was a little phallic, though.
That's what she said.
wait, is that a hint at just the tip joke?
No. Who giggled there?
So moving on, this attraction had such a history, it was even rewritten once. So really what we remember it for today wasn't what it always was. For 2 points, tell me, who was the big baddie in the original telling of the story? And who was the original lead hero?
Ooh.
I know all y'all had a podcast about this. So
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We even had someone who worked the attraction and someone who was project manager on it on as well.
Just talked about this not that long ago. Holy crap. Uh, I just have to guess.
Yeah, I'm guessing of both of them. I think one of them might be right.
And that is time. So, moving now, jumping into June. June 7th came around, and Universal Studios Orlando celebrated another birthday, this year turning 33. And frankly speaking, Universal's looking pretty good these days, considering all the work it's had done since its opening day back in 1990. As a matter of fact, they began with only 13 attractions. And now they have a total of over a whopping 48 attraction shows, experience, and God knows what else, all throughout the resort property. Name as many of the original 13 attractions that paved the way for what we have today. You have 2 minutes.
Oh, no. It's hard. That's what
It-
she said.
It is really hard.
This is a
That's
lot
what she
more of
said.
how many can you think of quickly before.
Do you get a point taken off if you say one that's like not original, or is it just like
No points will be
No, they get
deducted.
points.
Only points can be earned.
You will get a pinprick on the end of your
yeah.
finger,
Oh,
though.
there they go.
That's what she said. I never went in 1990, so I've got a bit of a handicap.
Oh yeah, it's not like you've ever done any history shows or anything.
You think I remember that stuff?
Yes.
Only stuff that's relevant to me as a rule, I don't.
If it's said instead of comma.
It's really hard, like to think, because I know stuff that's there, but you think, did it open with the park or not?
I know, right?
See, I've got one, but I don't know which coast it was. Put it down.
I want to say things, but I must stay impartial.
You're not looking for like very specific full names, right?
No, just the relative. Yeah.
And you did say opening rides, because you said 13 attractions. I mean, not rides. 13 attractions from the opening, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
Excuse me.
How can I forget this one?
And that is time.
Oh,
Okay.
That was tough.
that was
I don't know.
disappointing.
I've just lashed out
It was good.
names.
It was a good question, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Everyone,
very fun.
Everyone got in a couple good ones. So, coming at about almost halfway through, question now number 15. Considering how far Universal's come in the theme park business alone, it's fun to think back at everything it grew from before. Like any proper theme park, they honor those who pushed the envelope and kept the evolution going by building a statue in their likeness in the middle of the park. Who is that person standing tall and proud in the New York streets by the lagoon in Universal Studios, Florida?
I sent it before you even finished the question.
Yeah, you weren't even halfway through. Dad said that one.
I can't remember his name. We have a post about that too.
Tracy's also seen
was
it in
part of the-
Japan.
I have.
Oh,
Why is this there?
I think I got it.
I tried to get him on the show, but I think he's a bit old and decrepit now. Sorry if you're listening.
Still alive.
I think so. You might be listening. Sorry. If you want to come on, just let me know. Podcast at UUOpodcast.com.
And that is time. So now, since we're about halfway through, we are going to take a quick commercial break as we go over some counting, recalibrate, and get our heads on right for the second half.
Man, we need a vacation.
Oh, I got this.
Whoa, that's awesome. But I was thinking something a little more adventurous.
Okay, how about this?
Yes! Woo! How about some relaxation from Mama?
Oh, perfect. How did you do that?
Easy. Portkey Vacations.
For your next vacation, let Portkey Vacations take away all the guesswork and stress of planning. From air and hotel to theme park tickets and everything else in between, they've got you covered. Just visit PortkeyVacations.com and touch the Portkey to get started with your free, no-obligation quote request. With just one touch, and Portkey Vacations will magically take you wherever you want to go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Big Fat Universal Quiz of the Year. Here's Kelly to score us out and see where we're standing at currently with the answers so far.
All right, back to question 9. The event that takes place after hours for high school seniors is called Grad Bash. And, yep, the sister event for
Zine
middle
got it.
schoolers is called Grad Venture.
Oh, of course it
Would
is.
have gotten that.
Anybody who rode Grad Nights, that's the other park across the street.
And on May 6th, they opened a tribute store celebrating Jurassic Park in Hollywood. That was the land where it was located this time. And the 3 species you could have met inside were a velociraptor, a T-Rex, or a Dilophosaurus, which is the spitting dinosaur. Moving on. Question 11. On May 9th, just 20 days shy of its 24th birthday, Islands of Adventure unfortunately closed Poseidon's Fury. Full title, Escape from the Lost City. And the lead character, played by a team member, is Taylor. Question 12. The item being held in the facade is a trident. Okay. In this attraction's history, at one point, Poseidon was the original big bad of the story.
Oh!
And the original hero was Zeus. And June 7th rolled around as Universal Orlando celebrated another birthday. And the 13 original attractions that paved the way for what we have today, you could have said the E.T. Adventure, Ghostbusters Spooktacular, Alfred Hitchcock, The Art of Making Movies, Murder, She Wrote Mystery Theater, Universal Orlando's Horror Makeup Show, Jaws, The Production Transport, Animal Actors, The Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera, Dynamite Night Stunt Spectacular, Nickelodeon Studios, Earthquake, and Confrontation.
How could I forget Nickelodeon?
Question 15. The statue in the middle of the park is of Lou Robert Wasserman.
All right, so moving on. It's July, and in July, on July 28th, Universal announced the remaining haunted houses, scare zones, and a show as well as the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store for its upcoming Halloween Horror Nights 32 season. For up to 10 points, name as many of those houses as you can.
How long do we get for this one?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Bloody hell, I can't type that fast.
Fine.
I can't type that fast.
There we go, done, all 10.
I can't type
Full
that fast.
titles.
I've got arthritis in my bloody fingers.
Wait, we
so-
need
There's no
full
way I can-
titles or no?
I can give you full titles, but there's no way I can type them in time.
Because
I
you...
can't type it fast enough. Like
Yeah, I gotta check this.
Lee, Michelle, perfect.
Yes!
2, 3, 4.
Can't type that fast.
You should have just put not full titles. Because he didn't ask for full titles. You'd have got away with just...
Wow, I hope you can read
Do
one
I
of
just
them.
put like the?
I don't think you're going to go that bad. You know, if you'd have put... like
Kelly, that autocorrect on mine is hilarious.
You could have put, like, instead of putting the full title, just put The Weekend. Like, you'd have been fine with that.
I'm in.
Ah.
I got them all. I think I got them all.
This is a good question because a lot of people wouldn't be able to get this, but we're all pretty serious about it, and if we have a good chance, all 8 of us.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you guys went some of you went so many times. Chris, Michelle.
Yeah, Chris and Michelle have no reason
You did
to
like
get all of
private
these.
tours of most of
Right.
these houses.
I think they each took 4 VIP tours apiece. So.
You're absolutely correct.
We're trying to be like the Coopers.
That is
yeah, right.
Moving on. This past Halloween Horror Nights portrayed for us many stories behind a character that has been in the background of HHN lore for many years. After only a brief encounter back in HHN 10, this past year, that persona was brought front and center as they finally took their rightful throne as the icon for HHN. Name that icon. And for a bonus point, do any of you know their first name?
Oh.
I don't.
And for a bonus
probably
bonus
some of the
point,
story-
can you name the original house from HHN 10 where we first met this character?
No.
So you
Oh,
got
hang on,
3
let me
points
think.
that are possible.
Zine, can you remember before you were born?
Nope.
Sorry, I thought it was maybe longer ago.
No, it was HHN 10, so that was like.
Yeah, see, it was. I knew it was a long time ago.
2000.
Yeah, see, that's 23 years ago. 24 now.
Chris, you are close.
What is this
That's how
person's
scary that
first
is.
name?
All right, I'm throwing the house in as well, but this is probably not.
I was just taking wild creep guesses.
So to reiterate, it's
I just
his name, bonus point if you get the first name, bonus point if you can tell us what house he originated in.
Oh, thank you.
Chris and Michelle are off by 2 years. That house came later.
Really?
It was close. Yeah, you're on the right track, but it's even before that.
Yeah, I even watched
if you
a
guys could get
30-minute documentary on it. Like his whole history, and I can't remember the damn house.
And that is time. But speaking about storytelling, the scare zones this past year, when woven together, told different portions of this icon's backstory. How many scare zones were there? And name them.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
For a total of, well, if I tell you, then it gives it away. For a total of how many points?
We all know this. We got it.
It's more than one, less than 100.
Go away.
Chris
Sorry,
is on point with that
to my
one.
dog. One, 2, 3, 4.
Michelle, shut up.
Sorry.
7, 8.
I mean, let's give someone a clue.
5.
Well, you know there's at least 4 now.
13, 14, 15. Do I have to keep
69.
Spoilers.
If everybody here doesn't know the number, that they just need to go away right now.
Sorry, Brian, you need to go away
I don't know
now.
if Brian did a Freudian slip or what.
Michelle,
Brian, you might want to check your math.
Thanks, I was missing that one.
Lee, perfect.
Of course.
I'm having trouble remembering my favorite one.
Oh, the one with the stuff and the things?
Yes, the scary ones.
Oh, there was no scary ones.
Fog.
With the fog and the music.
And that is time. Moving on. Now it is August, the month of yellow. So much yellow, it's bananas.
Hey.
Friday, August 11th, officially launched Universal Studios Florida's newest major addition since Harry Potter Diagon Alley. What is the name of this new destination? Bonus question, what street is it found on?
Addition to the park in general, not a specific attraction.
Oh.
So the difference between me and Josh is I'd want full titles for everything. He'll just put the yellow one, and you'll get a point.
There was a version of this quiz where you would get extra points for perfect answer.
See,
But
Lee is such a
timing
dictator
would've
that he's still trying to
turned into
dictate
insanity.
on a show he's not hosting.
To be fair, it's still my show.
Not hosting.
Still my show.
Hosting, not doing that.
If your boss is away and he makes you temporary boss, he's still the boss.
Assistant to the regional boss?
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's a Dwight statement if I've ever heard one.
And that is time. All right, so moving on. This new destination would feature 3 new eateries full of treats, sweets, and of course, bananas. Name the 3 eateries for a point each.
I think there's 4, but that's just
There's actually 4, yeah.
Technically. One's more of a shop, to be fair.
I can eat what I buy in it.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's
he
not.
said he said sweet treats.
No, he said eateries as well. That's more a store with edible things in it. The other 3 are all very food oriented. Yes. I would fight anybody on that
edible you
stage.
swallow.
You know who I'll listen to? I'll listen to the host of the food podcast.
Well,
Tracy?
Name as many of the places where you can purchase food in this new place. Up to 4 points.
I'll allow that.
Brian was trying to on you by saying Kelly is the host of the food podcast, not forgetting that Tracy's here as well.
I am the
Well,
overlord.
there's only one judge.
But she's a judge.
Yeah, but I'm
Right.
head chef. I can fire Kelly.
Woo!
Hey! I would. I love you.
And the drama begins.
To be fair, without me, it doesn't happen, so...
Oh, someone thinks a lot of
Now.
themselves.
There's that
For
dictator
now.
coming back out.
He's just whipping
Emphasis
that
on
out
dick.
all over the place. ain't he?
Yeah.
But it's true.
Again,
Curtains
some
being
dick.
pulled. You see this, Coopers? You see how we get treated?
Laying it out on the table and whipping it out.
The taste of Universal is the
Ooh,
same
what
as
are we talking about
UUOP.
now?
The taste of Universal
Michelle
is the
cannot
same as
stop.
UUOP. It's like they rock up and talk about food, and I do all the behind the scenes.
For now, you specifically told us that we will be doing all
Yeah.
of that very soon.
Yeah.
So get off your high horse.
Whoa!
Hey, yo.
Just remember who's your boss, dear.
I like me.
Not you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm your boss.
She's staring in the mirror. She goes, "Yep, I know."
And that is time. All right, next question. Additionally, said destination opened with a new major attraction that would herd the masses by the hordes. What is the name of this attraction?
Please say that again.
This new destination opened with a new attraction that would herd the masses by the hordes. What is the name of this new attraction?
Can I just say I love this new attraction and I can't wait for my son Tayan to get to be able to do it.
It's so cool.
I still
It's gonna be
stick by.
so awesome.
If we went back and did our top 5 attractions at Universal Orlando right now, that would be my number one.
Oh God!
It's not my number one, but it's high up on
Oh.
my list.
It's
I mean,
the
you have to
competition.
stand.
I love
it's,
it.
It's taking over his Fast and Furious number one. So
Did you
it's-
face you?
Right.
The
Okay.
bar is
You
set
only get to
pretty
sit
low.
on Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but it wrecks your knee.
Michelle sounds really like Laura right now.
And that is time. You know what, guys? My favorite part of that whole ride is, you know, when you hold up the thingy and you go pew 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 pew. What's the name of the pew pew?
Like a
Oh.
Bonus question.
30
No,
seconds.
this is the next question, by the way. So
Oh, it's
Oh, this is a question.
Oh wait,
this
we're
is question
answering.
22. Yes.
Oh,
Oh man, we're just so.
Tracy, if you don't get this right, because we literally
The name of the
researched
thing?
this today.
I was literally just about to say that they really need to make a bag version of this because I would wear the shit out of it.
Bam, bam. What else, Michelle? Give me a little more.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Not to Michelle, he didn't.
Whoa! Rude.
Oh,
Not really, because I think he'd get a slap if he did.
How do you know what Josh and I talk about in our private conversation?
Well, I think your wife might want to be interested in that conversation then.
Who said she wasn't part of that conversation,
Ah!
Lee? We live in 2024.
I don't know. I'm too distracted to think.
We still have like 8 questions to go, guys. Come on.
That's all right.
It's still early.
All right.
We're not 60
Moving
minutes in
on.
yet, right?
So moving into September. On September 1st, Universal released another popular themed popcorn bucket for that Halloween season. This bucket could speak to you, and given its theming, that made it a little extra creepy. What was the popcorn bucket designed to look like?
We all love popcorn buckets.
That was so fast, Brian. You got it.
Like popcorn buckets?
Boom,
Don't like
boom, boom.
popcorn.
That's what she said.
popcorn buckets are for suckers.
Laura, stop it.
You put lollipops in yours? Thank you for the pity laugh.
It was a pity laugh, wasn't it?
That was me.
I actually thought it was Ken.
Real laugh now, Tracy.
I got your back, Tracy.
Thank you.
By the way, I'll state right now, if this ends up being, if this works, which I think it is, I think this is going to be a yearly thing, if everyone's up for it. Josh, Kelly,
I'm
everyone. Well, you.
Count me in. I promise I will make this far more
Hey, it's fine.
less ridiculous.
Once it gets edited down, it'll be cool.
I'll listen.
Me too.
Oh, I love you too, Brian.
Actually, I might actually listen to that.
You're not listening to this while we're doing it.
So,
I am. Beating you.
so moving on September 2nd, at the Men in Black Alien Attack Ride in Universal Studios at about roughly 1:22 a.m., something 7 years in the making finally happened. A young man found himself on the ground floor at eye level with the twins, taking pictures and jumping with joy. That man was me. How, you might wonder? Simple. By asking the front attendant, are you giving attraction tours today? As I'm sure some of you already know where this is going, name as many attractions as you can, as well as the tour that goes with it. Any answer correct is worth a point. You have 90 seconds. Don't you dare ask for more. Go!
Can I have more?
No.
So, for example,
Maybe
if
we'll
you
see.
can name the attraction and the tour, that's 2 points.
Exactly.
Themselves
So
have names?
if you name the ride, that's a
Number
point.
one.
If you can name the tour, because each tour has a special name, that gets you a point
I
as
know
well.
one, I think.
We're only listing attractions that have a tour.
Yes. And the
Yes.
name of the tour.
Okay.
For anybody else who is wondering, those are tours that are currently given only by senior experienced team members, as they stopped training for that as a couple years ago. So if you have somebody who's a vet on the team, and if they're not too busy giving their current position, if they're available, they will come out and give you a tour. So if you want one, best you can do is just ask and cross your fingers.
Someone literally just posted this on the social media today, like a list of all of them, and I'm trying to think what was on there.
Really?
Yeah.
I want that list. I've compiled this from 8 different lists I found.
Universally
that are complete.
Addicted, I think it was, posted it. If I find it, I'll...
Addicted?
Yeah.
That's not very nice. Thank
Great
you.
minds think alike, Josh.
5 seconds.
What?
That'll do.
I cannot think of another one.
We're going to need more time than that.
And time! Alrighty then, so before we move on, we're going to go back and recap real quick over the answers to make sure everyone's up to par. Kelly, take it away.
Question 16. On July 28th, Universal announced the remaining haunted houses, scare zones, and a show, as well as the tribute store. For up to 10 points, name as many of the 10 houses as you can. Coopers, all 4 of you got all 10, so great job there. They were Chucky, Ultimate Kill Count, The Last of Us, Stranger Things, The Exorcist Believer, Universal Monsters Unmasked, Dr. Oddfellow Twisted Origins, Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate, Yeti Campground Kills, The Darkest Deal, and Blood Moon Dark Offerings. Question 17. This past Halloween Horror Nights portrayed for us many stories behind a character that became the icon for this year. Name that icon, and bonus point available for his first name. That is Dr. Rich Oddfellow. Ryan, you put Ricardo?
I did.
I gave it to you because I thought it was funny.
I was thinking through that podcast. I was like, did they say Ricardo, Oddfellow? Like, it was stuck in my head somehow. That's really funny.
And he was from the house Fear House. Speaking about storytelling, the scare zones, when woven together, told the different portions of this icon's backstory. There were 5 of them, and they were Dr. Oddfellow's Collection of Horrors, Vamp 69, Summer of Blood, Shipyard 32, Horrors Unhinged, Jungle of Doom, Expedition Horror, and Dark Zodiac. Moving on to August, on Friday, August 11th, Universal announced their newest major addition since Diagon Alley. That would be Illumination's Minion Land, and it is found on Illumination Avenue. So this new destination would feature 4 eateries full of treats, sweets, and of course, bananas. That would be Minion Cafe, Papanana, Bake My Day, and Freeze Ray Pops.
If you listed at least 3 of those, you got the 3 points that were set on there.
So additionally, said destination opened up with a major new attraction, and that would be Illumination's VillainCon Minion Blast. So the Pew Pew thing is called the Eliminator X Blaster. On September 1st, Universal released another popular themed popcorn bucket, and that bucket was designed to look like Chucky. All right, now on to our question about attraction tours. You could take 13 different tours of attractions/locations across property. That would be the Men in Black Alien Attack Immigration Tour, Revenge of the Mummy Production Tour, the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon Studio Tour, the Fast and the Furious Garage Tour, Escape from Gringotts Bank Tour, the E.T. Adventure Forest Tour. That's just studios. At Islands, you could have taken the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man Bugle Tour, the Skull Island Reign of Kong Temple Tour.
What?
Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey Castle Tour, the Incredible Hulk Gamma Tour, The Velocicoaster Paddock Tour. Dr.
I
Doom's
did write
Fearfall Villain Tour.
There's one more. If I can chime in on this one
Go for
technically
it.
does not exist anymore. This one was something up until this last year when they officially made it a paid tour, which now involves 2 properties. So it's the Hard Rock Cafe. It's called the Vibe
Oh,
Tour.
yes.
And they would take you throughout, explain all the music stuff they have.
Yes.
But then they would also take you to the resort now and tell you about the stuff there. So that's
Okay.
why it's a paid tour now.
Interesting.
Moving into October. On October 17th, Universal told the world the name of its future first ever permanent spooky experience, which will be found outside of its theme parks. What is the name of that project? And where will this new immersive adventure be located?
Is that 2 points?
That is 2 points. Location and name. Lee, that is on the money.
I know.
Michelle, that is on the money.
I should hope so. She's talking about going. I'm so glad I asked Kelly to be part of this. No offense, Josh, but it's
None taken.
It's
None
a big
taken.
job for one person.
4 people is, it still would have been, but
Yeah.
8, no, it's no. I can't count past 2 anyways.
That's with his
Oh,
socks
man.
off.
And he's tallying our scores? How did that happen?
That's why I have a calculator.
Okay,
They
good.
told me they wouldn't have one outside of school, and they lied because it's in my phone.
So true.
And that is time. Moving on. So now we're in November. On November 8th, news broke that Universal Studios would be adding 2 new resorts to their amazing ensemble. What are the names of these 2 new properties? 1 point for each name. And bonus question, can you name the company that Universal will be partnering with to provide excellent service at these new locations?
For $300 a night.
Yeah.
Is that where it's starting?
No, that's not where it's starting, but that's what Chris found it as.
At least the first few months.
Anyway, sorry, I'm too negative, so I need to rein it in. There's only Michelle out of us that's positive, apparently.
Prices have been going
That's
up.
positive about what?
Gradually.
Anything Universal, according to the recent iTunes review we got.
Oh, positive as in not negative, yes.
I wasn't talking about COVID.
No, I'm not COVID positive.
That's just Chris.
Just past that, but thanks.
And that is time. Moving on. Beginning November 17th and running through until the first of the following year, Universal launched the final seasonal event of their 2023 calendar celebrations, spearheaded by Mr. Mean One and his trusty companion, of course. What is the name of the event? And who are the 2 main characters?
I would say this is a park-specific event.
30 seconds.
Tracy?
Yes. What?
If you don't get this one, Tracy,
I've already
you're
answered.
fired.
What the heck? Sorry.
Not paying any attention to what's going on.
What? So, I'm doing this? Why? What?
Oh, God. The Mean One and his trusty companion. Tracy?
Oh. Yeah. You are the mean one.
I mean, that's not where I was going, but all right.
Okay.
Go on, Brian.
Confused.
And that is time. Moving on. During the holiday season, they even put on a special show in which they reenact the classic tale we all know and love about our favorite grumpy green guy who steals Christmas. And Universal even went all out for it, and they got a fan favorite to score the soundtrack too. What's the name of this show? And who made the music?
Can't think.
Oh, come on, Lee.
Don't
Really,
do that
Lee?
to me. I can't think of the whole title for it, though. Oh, yeah, I've got it. I don't need people putting pressure on me.
Guessing only. I'm guessing on this. I have some logic, but I'm not going to say it.
It took me a couple of seconds for that.
I couldn't think of the full title of the show.
Well, I don't think it matters. Get close.
No, I like to be spot on, thank you.
I couldn't think of the music for a second.
And that is time. All right, coming up on the final questions. On December 1st, Universal Studios held a press conference in Frisco City, Texas, where just earlier this year, they announced they would be building a new theme park geared towards a younger audience. What is the official name of the theme park?
Seriously? Who's drinking the old-fashioned?
Not me, sadly.
30 seconds.
Oh, crap.
That sounds tasty.
You saying you can hear it's an old-fashioned?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was the
Good ears.
in the glass.
It's Brian. So I had a good idea. And someone mentioned snake.
Spoiler alert, it's kind of early, so it's actually champagne and vodka.
I was going to say a champagne.
A shotgun.
There's a time difference.
I'm having champagne vodka right now.
Shotgun.
No one knows what time it is when they're listening to this podcast.
That is time. Chris?
Yeah?
Hitting McKittenstein's Park. Just bravo.
It's close, right? I know it's close.
You were off by just a slight misspelling.
Okay.
And multiple letters.
And words.
And coming up on our final question. This is taking a look into the future of Universal. Because you see, in mid-December, Universal released a teaser video announcing an expansion to an IP destination at its most recent addition to Universal Japan. Both projects, the original IP and the expansion IP, are already slated to be featured together at the new Epic Universe theme park currently under construction. What is the name of the expansion, and what area will the expansion be a part of?
Done.
Woo. I mean, like you've been there.
You haven't. You still don't know the answer.
I know, I'm just trying to remember.
Wait,
So is this one thing, one answer?
Two answers.
Two answers.
I'm confused.
What is being expanded, and what is the expansion called?
Yes.
There's the general area, which is slated, which was given out first. And then with time later, they announced the title and the officialness of the expansion, which is similar to that first, but it's kind of like the neighbor, so to speak.
That's a weird question.
Chris and Lee.
Okay.
Perfect.
I tried to clarify, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
you got it. Laura, you got it. Brian, you got it.
Woohoo!
Spoilers!
Everybody got it.
That's a clue too.
I don't get it.
I didn't mean to, but
And that is time. Believe it or not, every word I've phrased out specifically as a weird way to hopefully guide you down the road. But none of it matters at this point because, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the quiz!
Here, here. We live.
Hats off to all of you.
This is a bit I'm dreading.
All right, back to question 26. On October 17th, Universal told us about its first permanent spooky experience, which will be called Universal Horror Unleashed, found in Las Vegas, Nevada. On November 8th, the news broke that they will be adding 2 new resorts to their ensemble, and those will be the Stella Nova Resort and the Terra Luna Resort. Helped out by Lowe's Hotels. And the annual seasonal celebration hosted by the Mean One is Grinchmas, hosted by the Grinch and Max. And the special show put on by this grumpy green guy is the Hula Day Spectacular, and with music by Mannheim Steamroller. On December 1st, Universal held a press conference about its new theme park, which is very simply titled the Universal Kids Resort. And last but not least, in mid-December, Universal released a trailer video announcing their newest addition to Universal Japan that will be featured at Epic Universe Theme Park. The name of the expansion will be Donkey Kong Country, and the expansion will be a part of Super Nintendo World.
Alrighty then. So, time to crown our champions. First, we're going to crown the team, and then we're going to crown the big winner of the whole game itself. So, starting off first, between UUOP and UFP, out of a possible Femina points, surpassing their competitors by 63 points.
Oh my God.
Closing out the game with a collected 305 points, I give you your 2024 Big Fat Universal Quiz of the Year champions. They are
Oh, good God.
Oh, good God.
The unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
I genuinely thought you guys would have won.
I thought it was them for sure.
Yeah.
I was like,
No chance.
Thank you, guys. Sorry.
So
I would like to honorary at least say oh no, you know what? I'll do that afterwards. I was going to say MVPs.
No.
But would you guys like to hear who the big official winner is?
Yes, please.
I don't know where everybody was, to be honest.
I'm going to guess Lee.
And lastly, but certainly not least, our top dog, the Big Kahuna, the grand champion of the game is the Podfather Lee.
Yes! Thank God for that, because he would not be worth living with.
Points. Running out the scores, looking at right now, working from any which direction.
I have it in.
We're looking at Lee, who started off with a total of 91 points. Close. Michelle with 77. Tracy coming in next with a total of 74. So then, Brian, you have a total of 72. Chris with a total of 63.
All right.
Laura,
Good job,
you
Brian.
have 57. Zine, 59. And Tayan, 54.
Dang, all right.
And you guys rounded out at 242.
Woo! Round of applause.
Absolutely.
Round of applause for our two hosts, Kelly and Josh.
Yes,
thank you
Thank
guys.
you guys did an
Thanks,
amazing
guys.
job.
It looks like based on the score, Chris joins our team now. Is that the way this looks?
Yes, so now you have to swap out the bottom players
give
so
them
that way it
Zine?
gets more interesting.
So we get Brian.
Yeah, we give you guys Zine, and we
All
think,
right.
oh no, it's me. Oh, but we'll give you Zine. We'll give you Zine. And
I'll
we'll
take Zine.
Oh, we love
That's a good trade.
Zine.
I'll take
we'd adopt
Zine.
him, that's fine.
Thank you, UFP. Thank you for joining us. It's much appreciated.
Brilliant.
Thanks
It was,
for having us.
It was
Having us.
fun.
It was really fun.
Shout out to everybody who did this. Shout out to UUOP. Shout out to UFP. Shout out to anybody who played this game at home along with us. Until next time, thanks for playing.
Are you insane? Get out of here. The curse, it's real. The podcast is over. So, the Magi want you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcast news and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us by emailing us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, email us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Silence! With your subscriptions, we shall rule for all eternity. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Prepare yourself for your next trip by emailing Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. We hope you enjoyed your podcast. Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the prepare to forfeit your souls. Check out the other podcasts on the UUOP network. Rush of Fear Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info, and the Taste of Universal Orlando food podcast. So hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. I would have enjoyed this podcast a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee.